IPMNation.com.
This is Jason.
I'm TJ.
I'm Matt.
I'm Chris.
And we're Color Collective.
And you're listening to Local Outbreak on IPMNation.com.
.com.
Local Outbreak on IPMNation.com. This is Matt from IPMNation.com, and we're at the studio as we record the show every Tuesday night at the studio, 50 Canal Street in downtown Laconia, New Hampshire. So we do encourage people to come down and check it out. The weather's nice, so we're usually here from 6 to 7 p.m. on Tuesday nights. And, of course, the studio, it's a funky little gift shop and art gallery and lots of cool stuff on the wall, cool stuff you can buy, cool stuff you can look at. And the Studio NH is the website. So if you want to check it out online, thestudionh.com, I should say. And, of course, Local Outbreak sponsored by Central NH Events. If you need a DJ for your event, go to centralnhevents.com. Mr. Tim Martin does a great job and is a big part of what makes this show possible. And, of course, we are also sponsored by the Siren Agency. And many of the bands that we have here on the show are sort of delivered to us, so to speak, by Scott Perry of the Siren Agency. And check out the Siren Agency radio channel online at ipmnation.com/TSA. And that is TSA as in the Siren Agency, not the TSA that fuels you up at the airport, which I know a lot of people object to. So this is the good TSA. And so we have with us tonight Color Collective, or is it a four-piece?
Yep.
Okay, so you're all here, so that's unusual. Yep. All right. Well, it's we usually don't get the full bands when it's more than two people. Jason, let's start with you, and let's just have you each introduce yourselves and tell us what you do in the band.
My name is Jason Mache. I play the bass for Color Collective, and we've been a group for about 2 years now.
Yeah.
And I'm going to pass it off to the front man.
My name's TJ Rushton. I play guitar, rhythm, and I do lead vocals in Color Collective.
Okay.
My name is Matt Bear. I play lead guitar and I sing backing vocals, and I look like an idiot.
My name is Chris McCool. I am the newest member of the group. I play drums, and I think Matt Bear actually looks really handsome.
Wow. All right. That's nice.
Thank you.
It is,
That was nice, Chris.
Well, you guys brought some tunes with you tonight, so let's play something, and then we'll come back and chat. What do you guys want to play to start the show?
Let's start with a letter opener.
Letter opener. All right, so this is Letter Opener from Color Collective here on Local Outbreak on IPMNation.com.
She's already broken.
Local Outbreak on IPMNation.com. This is Matt from IPMNation.com. We are here with Color Collective. And we have all 4 members of the band. And like I was saying, that's kind of unusual. We have, not that this is relevant because you're all here, but we have an unofficial tradition on the show where when there's some band members who don't make it to the interview, I encourage everyone to make fun of whoever didn't make it, usually in malicious and terrible ways, but you're all here, so...
Yeah, Jason's stupid.
I can leave if that would make it more in your element.
But no, because it makes this episode unique that you're all here.
Yeah, no, it set a bad precedence for drummers.
The uniqueness of it is just wonderful.
We are very unique.
That is true.
Unique New York.
How long have you guys been around, and where are you from?
Well, we started probably back in 2011.
Yep, end of 2011.
Okay.
Yep.
So a few years then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's been sort of breaking between losing drummers. We've lost 2 so far.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why? What keeps happening to them?
They beat their drummers.
Well, no, we're
They
nice
verbally
to them.
abuse them.
They just turned out they didn't really enjoy playing our style of music.
Yeah.
So it wasn't
unique.
interesting. It wasn't interesting for them anymore.
Is that really all it was? Because I'm always looking for the dirt.
Yeah, that is really both of the reasons exactly.
One wanted to play pop punk music, and the other one wanted to play just like jazz. But I don't even think he wanted to play jazz. I just don't think he will ever be happy with music.
Really?
As sad as that is.
Right. Who was in the band who went to play pop punk? Because I know I just interviewed a pop punk band who has a member.
Caster?
Yes. Small world.
Hilarious.
Yeah, no, Seth Rand. He's still one of our good friends. We love him to death, and I mean, we left on like good terms. But
Yeah, that's good.
Hard losing someone.
Of course. So Chris, you said you're the newest member?
Yeah.
Okay. So how long have you been with the band?
I believe I started in February or March?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like 2 or 3 months.
Yeah, I've been in various bands throughout the years. I was in a band growing up in high school called Permanent Holiday. Then
Permanent Holiday.
Right,
yeah, you guys played at a local Outbreak event.
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, yep.
Yeah, we got out and about, and then for the last 3 years before this, I was in a band called Valley Forge, which was actually like a pop punk kind of band, and then we had parted ways with that, and TJ had just written me out of the blue on Facebook and asked me if I wanted to come join the band, and it's definitely kind of like a big blessing in my life because I really enjoy playing music with these guys for sure.
Yeah, good. And aside from Chris, are the rest of you all original members or?
Yep.
Okay. All right, good. Jason, why are you so quiet?
I don't know, I'm just the quiet one of the group.
That's right. No, actually, I should say Jason did tell me before the rest of you got here that he's the quiet one.
Let them do most of the talking. They're more interesting.
No, Jason's plenty interesting. Jason's probably one of the most interesting people I know. Persons I know.
He's not a real person.
No, he is.
He's a person people.
One of the only people I know who at parties will go over and be like, "Oh, can I bum a cigarette and I'll do a backflip off this pole?"
Right.
No, it's just crazy.
He's a man of very many talents, but very few words.
Well said. Well said.
Anyone who will do a backflip for a cigarette clearly is talented. It's like singing for your supper, that expression, except it's doing a backflip for a cigarette.
Yeah.
Work your trade.
Where does the name come from, Color Collective? What does the name mean? Everyone always hates this question, but I'm always curious.
Well, we because we all came from like different musical backgrounds and like had like different like lighting on it. Like color like is broken up into like a whole section of hue, and so hue can be transposed into obviously like art, and so Color Collective would be like a collection of different like angles of music where like no one was ever really held back from what they were wanting to play, but they could just play what they felt was right.
Okay. Oh, interesting.
Very well put.
Yeah.
It's like a rainbow. Taste the rainbow.
Like Skittles. You guys should get an endorsement deal from Skittles. Give out bags of Skittles at shows and
just wear like a banner. Everyone has to wear Skittles t-shirts on stage.
That sounds nice.
You gotta pay the
If you're
bills, right?
listening, we do not currently have a candy sponsorship.
5 years later, we all have no teeth because of the Skittles.
And where did you guys record? Because you brought a bunch of tunes with you tonight. What's
Well, for the demo that you just heard was recorded by us,
Okay.
and then our upcoming album was recorded at Misdirected Media.
Oh, that's the second time recently I've heard that name.
Yep, Prika's Caster also
Okay.
recorded there as
Yeah.
well.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, they're a bunch of great guys. I mean, it's all friends of ours, so it was really fun to work with them.
Yeah, I worked
Yeah.
there, so it's close to.
and I'm about to work there.
Oh, wow. Oh, cool. Well, tell us more about Misdirected Media then. Because if you guys are, obviously you're so heavily
DJ
involved
can
in it.
speak more about them than I.
Well, it's definitely like a media develops like place. So it goes from anything from like live productions, from like whether it's recordings, whether it's video or audio work. Like we do it all.
Okay,
It's
so
cool.
so it's not just a recording studio.
Oh
but
no,
there's
no, no.
other
And then
aspects.
it also gives like artists like the stepping like stones towards like becoming more like quote unquote legit like of like an artist. So like
Yeah.
we'll set up like
Presentable.
whether it's a web page or whether it's graphic design work or whether it's promotional photos or whatever, we do it all.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Now, how did you get involved in working there?
Well, I started recording when I was like probably like 14 years old.
Yeah.
And when we actually started recording this, like at the studio, like Jeff Gagnon was like impressed with like how resilient I was and how much like I loved doing it. And
Yeah.
so he asked me to be a part of his team, and
Oh.
slowly over the years, like we've developed more and more and more people. So yeah, it's awesome.
Oh, very cool. How many? Do you have any kind of an idea of how many clients, or I don't know if clients is the right word, I guess, or
Who go
how many
through.
different artists have been
No,
through there? Or
it's like there's so many.
really, yeah, that's awesome. You work there full time, or
I work there part time.
yeah.
Part time, just because it's a new studio, so like
Yeah.
everything needs to have its ground format, and a lot of like what we put in, we put back into the studio because
Yeah.
we just want it to be the greatest thing that we can.
Yeah, that's really cool.
You guys work with like a bunch of different kind of levels of bands at different stages of the game too, right? Because
Oh,
I know
yeah.
you've got some more well-known artists, and then like you said, you also develop kind of like more like local region kind of artists to get
Yep.
their feet in the ground or
Yeah.
whatnot. Yeah.
No, that's really cool.
Yeah,
That's good.
Now, did they do the music video that you guys have?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they did
Yeah.
that as well.
they
Yeah.
shot it for us, which is like the track that one of the tracks that I think we'll wind up playing tonight.
So you guys have a video.
Yeah.
So for Misdirected Media, where do people find that online for people who want to learn about it? Because it sounds like a pretty cool operation.
You can literally look it up, whether it's Google or just going to misdirectedmedia.com.
Okay.
Definitely check it out. It's probably one of like the nicest, most quality effective, and like they're willing to work with anyone.
Okay.
It will get you whatever you need.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
cool.
Very cool. Good.
They're all excellent kissers too.
Really?
Excellent kissers.
They all kiss very well.
Well, we're getting into the summer, so there's no colds and flus going around, really. So,
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Yeah. Spread the
good.
love, not the disease.
Exactly. I'd look good on a T-shirt. Well, why don't we play another track? What do you guys want to play next?
This is gonna be another one from like our first demo. It's No One Makes It Home.
No One Makes It Home. All right, very good. So this is No One Makes It Home from Color Collective here on Local Outbreak on IPMNation.com.
She's not much of a sailor in these waters, and up in Mars Those have been calling my name. Cause there must be some goddamn light left in this state. Cause prophecies show me the goblins have called my name. Cause there must be some goddamn light left in this state.
Welcome to Outbreak on IPMNation.com. This is Matt from IPMNation.com. We're having a good time with Color Collective at the studio. And I'm gonna, if you guys don't mind, I'm gonna ask you to, because it's just, I'm as a radio guy, I'm just fascinated by the experience that you had at the station at LaSalle University. If you don't mind retelling that story for our listeners, because that's just so strange that.
Yeah. I mean, they probably can't hear it. It was just messed up. It was so weird. We were asked like weird questions. We were performing like an acoustic set, like me and Matt Bear, and this was one of those rare occasions where
This was for a radio show at their college station, right?
yeah. And so Matt,
Okay. Yeah, they basically asked us a lot of dumb questions, silly questions like, what if you were a person or a vegetable, what kind of vegetable would you be? Like,
Right.
questions
Cactus.
like that. Just you know,
I'd be a carrot.
He said cactus. Like cactus, I don't even know if that's a vegetable, but
pretty sure it's a
but-
vegetable.
And then they proceeded to ask us to make up songs on the spot about people in the cafeteria right outside, and but we didn't know the whole time that the people in the cafeteria could hear us,
Right.
just making fun of them.
So
Yeah.
we're just saying awful things about all the people. Oh, you could use another scoop of ice cream. How about you put on a better shirt? Where'd you get it? Zoomies. Awesome. Great haircut.
So was this like a comedy improv show and they just didn't tell you?
Yes,
It
it's-
might as well have been. Well, we didn't know until like the end of a set that like everyone could hear us because
Yeah.
they were like, what other questions did they ask us about? Like,
that the vegetable one was the only one that really stuck out in my mind.
it was weird.
There's that classic Barbara Walters, if you were a tree, what kind of tree would you be? Wow, college radio is amazing.
I'd be a tree made of wood.
They
There you
definitely
go.
had no restrictions.
There you go. Do you guys play out a lot? Do you do a lot of shows?
Not recently.
Yeah, not recently. Yeah, we were for a while, and we just kind of like digressed, especially like with like the CD coming out, and
I had to
Like-
learn all the songs.
Yeah.
and Chris had
Yeah.
to learn all the songs, and like we just wanted everything to be like set up and well. So we put June as like when we would start booking things and doing things again, just so that we're all color collected.
So if somebody wanted to book us, how would they go about that, TJ?
colorcollectivenh@gmail.com, or they can message us individually on Facebook. But colorcollectivenh@gmail.com works the best
How many tunes do you guys have?
in general.
Yeah, like how many do you play live or?
We have 10 songs
Oops.
in our repertoire.
Yeah.
We got
Okay.
like a 5-song set down solid right now.
Yep.
Yep.
But
Plus, if somebody wants you to improv something, you can, which is nice.
Yeah.
right. Well, yeah. And some of the songs run upwards of like 6 minutes,
Yeah.
somewhere in that ballpark.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, a couple of them at least. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got at least like 45 minutes worth of music.
Yeah.
Yeah, when the whole thing goes out, like when we play like a full set, we usually have like at least like an hour's worth of music.
Yeah. No, that's pretty good. Are there other bands in the area that you guys play with a lot when you do play out, or bands that you kind of team up with? Or?
I mean, well, everyone pops in and out, but
Yeah.
definitely Visions were one of our good buddies, but they fell off, and then Arcane Comedy, but they fell off, and like but Coolio Jets and East is East, and the Pleasure Gap and
Bad
Dust
Fellow,
Cloud,
yeah.
Bad Fellows. They're all great musicians, and
Yeah. East is East had a big part in launching this show.
Yeah.
When Local
That's
Outbreak
right.
originally
they're
started.
from
Yeah.
around here. I've known those kids for a long time.
Yeah. absolutely.
They're good dudes.
So are you guys, is the goal to play out a lot this summer, or are you going to work
Yes.
on more recording?
Yes.
Or yeah.
No, yeah. We're gonna finish up writing our new album. We won't take as long this time. We were just given an infinite amount of time to do it, and so when given a mile.
So the tracks that we're hearing tonight, these are demo tracks for the album that's going to be coming out?
No, the first two that you heard were the demo tracks. This next one and I think the next one afterwards is going to be two of them that are coming off of our new CD, Sun Creature, that comes out this
Digitally.
Saturday. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
digitally this Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, so when this airs on the planet, so it'll be this weekend.
yeah. So
Okay.
it came out last
Technically
Saturday.
Cool, cool.
So this CD came out last Saturday.
So is it a full length?
Yep.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah. 10 songs, a hidden track. The
Really?
works.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Good, good. Because a lot of bands now, I find that they just do EPs because it's cheaper and whatnot. But
Right.
but I guess with whereas you work at Misdirected Media. Sorry, I forgot the name for a second.
It's a mouthful.
Yeah, yeah.
It's got that.
So do you guys all write together, or how does the songwriting process work?
I mean, for the most part, one of us usually builds up the structure of it and then introduces it to everyone else. And again, we're with the name Color Collective, it's what people take on it. It's what they want to do with it. So when Matt writes a song and brings it to the rest of us, no one's gonna be everyone will guide someone to towards a good direction, but no one's gonna be Chris, I don't think this is right. I don't think you're doing drums right for this.
Because I do everything right.
Good. That's probably why you're in the band.
Yeah. But Maddie, you were telling me a few weeks ago at practice how was it you will randomly come up with a guitar part and then conveniently around the same time.
Oh yes, that's interesting too.
It's so weird.
TJ had many songs written that I didn't really know about, but I was also coming up with my own kind of riffs and just here and there, and we started playing together, and I started oh my god, these riffs go right over what he's made already.
Yeah.
And it just worked out, and we just started working on a new song, and it happened again, and I was freaked out.
Yeah.
It happens almost every time we start playing a song. I go over, I'm Matt, I started writing this song, you should hear it, and we should jam. And so we'll start going over, and he's this sounds listen, and then he'll play his thing. I'm
Yeah.
That's conveniently enough in the same key and everything as what we're doing.
It's chemistry.
Yeah. No, that's good. That's
Well,
good.
then Jason kills at home bass. I wish I could play bass.
I've heard you put down a bass track before. On one of the one time before I was in the
Yeah,
band.
the first
wasn't bad.
demo of Letter Opener, you did the bass on that, remember?
No.
TJ,
Yes.
were you fishing for a compliment on your bass?
All right, come on, guys. I'm not that great at bass, and my hair looks awful today.
No, the thing that makes Jason great on bass is that we don't have to show him anything.
Really?
We
Yeah.
don't show him anything.
No,
he
he'll just listen.
He just nails it. And
Just listen to it, play to it.
Yeah.
It's intuitive, I guess.
Yeah. Good. How do you guys describe your music, by the way? The other question everyone hates, but
Awesome.
yeah.
vibrant.
Vibrant.
Sexual.
Yeah. It's just a mix of a lot of different sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because
It's very rockin' though.
you were talking about how you have a lot of different influences in the band. And,
Yep.
Yeah, it's weird. Some of the songs go from Latin rudiments to almost just blues driven chords, and
Yeah.
other ones that go from very post corey grunge sound to I don't know. It's all over the
Alternative
place.
rock,
Yeah.
even too,
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah,
So
Is it fair to say that you guys you're not actively trying to create something that sounds like a specific, you're not, because a lot of bands, they try to lock themselves into
Right.
a certain type of sound.
Yeah,
and it
there's
sounds-
no real rules or restrictions really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From,
That's
from
good.
what I can tell from
That's good.
Yeah.
I like to call it jamcore.
Yeah. It's
I just
awesome.
like to call it jamcore. Yeah, no, like what Chris said, there's no real rules or restrictions. No one will ever. I mean, everyone will guide each other into better steps and directions. And there have been plenty of times where people are
You
"That's a
suck,
really
TJ."
stupid lyric you wrote," but I mean, we just try to guide each other.
Yeah. Cool. Well, let's play another track. What do you guys want to play next?
This one's the track off of our music video that we released.
Cool.
Just this last winter. It's called New Translation.
Okay. All right. So this is New Translation from Color Collective here on Local Outbreak on IPMNation.com.
Small breath repeating against mine. I'm giving up now. I'm giving up now. It's disappointing, bare feet on a cold floor. I took wrong feet and stop from there. Watch me, find out I'm lonely. Can keep that love me. And they'll call this unknown translation. But I know what the song got. And they'll call this unknown translation. But I know that the song got paid. And the writers will keep writing. It's a basement mess.
No grab ass, no sexy underwear, alright, buddy?
Well, maybe it's a change in the tide that should be our constant. Cause nobody rides and
Local Outbreak on IPMNation.com. We're here tonight with Color Collective. And I do want to remind everybody, of course, that Local Outbreak is sponsored by Central NH Events. If you need a DJ for your event, go to centralnhevents.com. And Tim will DJ your event, your party, your hootenanny, your shindig, whatever it may be. And Tim is always grateful to Tim for helping to make this show possible. And of course, we record the show every Tuesday night at the studio in downtown Laconia at 50 Canal Street, thestudionh.com if you want to check it out online. And we do encourage people to come down and not only to check out the place, but on Tuesday nights we're usually here from about 6 to 7 p.m. recording Local Outbreak. So come on and check it out. And please support your local businesses. Very important. And, of course, also sponsored now by the Siren Agency. You can go to ipmnation.com/TSA for the Siren Agency radio channel. And we're here tonight with the guys from Color Collective, the entire band. I can't remember the last time that's happened.
Woo!
Unless we have, if we have, a duo, like an acoustic duo or something come in, then it's usually the whole
they
thing,
better.
because there's only two of them, but, or a solo artist. But
Half a person showed up.
that would be so scary. I would quit the show. I'd be so freaked out.
Especially if it was just the lower half.
Yeah.
Can't even talk.
That'd be so weird.
You're just trying to transcribe, kick gestures. You're like, oh, he looks like he enjoys the band.
Yeah, I'd be freaked out. I don't want to discriminate against anybody, but, I'd probably run out screaming.
Half people.
Yeah, that's okay. That's not that bad. I'd be afraid too, man.
Yeah, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I don't know if we should even call them half people, though. That sounds wrong.
Yeah, it's kind of like half person racist.
Yeah. Maybe
It's half racist.
Yeah.
maybe call them half American or something, It just seems more
Halfies.
politically correct. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know about that one.
It's half American.
Yeah, I mean, in these politically correct times, they could call each other half people, but other people couldn't call them half people. You'd have to call them half American. You know what I mean?
Right?
What do you guys have coming up? Do you have any live shows currently booked, or
this Saturday we're throwing off a house show party at actually our house that
In the middle of our street.
in the middle of our street.
house.
In the middle of which is just gonna be fun because just a good kickoff shows. We're playing up Panucci's July 12th. We're
Panucci's
playing
in Manchester.
Yep, Manchester, New
nice.
Hampshire.
Good.
We're playing June 22nd down in Pepperell. June 22nd down in Boston.
Yeah, right outside Boston. I think it's in Alston at Rugies.
Rugies.
Oh, nice. Good.
And then I think it's June 18th or 12th or something down in
Going backwards in time.
down in
That's all right.
It's
Pepperell
definitely on a
and-
day.
it's definitely a daytime thing. And then we have a bunch of things that we've been working on. Shooting for a music video towards the end of summer, and
Yeah.
but
Book us is what we're trying to say.
Yeah.
Or if you're a manager and want to manage us and book us, do that also.
because TJ's not good at
No.
And where's the best place to find you guys online? Where should people go to keep up with what you're doing?
Match.com.
No, we do have a website, colorcollective.cc.
conveniently enough.
You can find all the social media links on there. Usually it's just a one page. You just post the most recent thing, a video, or
Okay.
Yeah,
whatever we have going on.
we backtrack it to all of our other social connections.
Okay, cool. I'm going to sound really ignorant here, but cc.cc?
Yeah, that's I think
Is
it's
that new?
Cambodia. It's for. I just thought it was fitting because colorcollective.com was taken and Color Collective CC. So I just thought it made sense.
Yeah.
Everyone's asked me CC, what is that? Can you do that? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, GoDaddy said we could.
I'll be damned. I know they're always adding new ones, but I hadn't.
Yeah,
heard
they have
that
a
one yet.
.xyz now.
Oh, do they?
Just,
Yeah.
brand new. It's who's gonna want that?
.xyz.
Yeah, I think that's cool.
You think you do?
I don't know.
No.
Yeah.
I like to break from the norm every now and then.
So Chris is out of the band
Yeah.
because he likes XYZ.
I like XYZ too. So we like it together.
What do you guys want to play to wrap up the show? We'll play one more tune.
This will be our single before the CD comes out June 7th. It's called 86 The Cabana.
Does this have a story behind it? That's an interesting title. 86 The Cabana?
Yeah, it does have a story. I mean, the meaning of the name, I suppose.
Is it about ex band members?
No,
I'm always
no.
looking for the dirt, guys.
No, it's
Sorry.
Not a romance?
a romance. Yeah, that
maybe shouldn't have happened.
that
Maybe?
should not have happened at all. And so, but to get me out of work, the managers used to 86 the Cabana because like Saturday nights and Friday nights, or Saturday mornings and Friday mornings, because like when I used to serve tables there.
And margaritas, right?
No,
or
Bertucci's.
oh.
So yeah, they used to.
It's not Mexican sounding at all.
Yeah, they used to close it early so that I could like get out and leave. But yeah,
86. What does that mean? What is that?
it means it's all done. 86, and then the Cabana was like the section that they'd always put me in.
That's why I thought maybe it was about ex-band members, the 86 part.
Yeah,
Like
no,
86 of those guys.
No, so the thing is, it's about the
That's a
romance
thing?
going wrong, and
Yeah.
so instead
I never knew
of
that, yeah.
I like that.
what?
Huh? I'm confused that 86 is a term
Yes.
to like excommunicate people.
Yeah, well, it's
You guys have never heard that? 86?
restaurants. It's like when you because
didn't work in-
on special boards, they used.
Do we look like we could work in a restaurant? Would you want us serving or cooking your food?
they used to go over and like they'd make specials on the board, and then and they would number them how many like were left that they had in stock for the day. But like whenever it was out, they'd throw up a random number, and 86 was like the thing they'd always throw up because there was never 86 of any special anywhere. So that's why they're like, oh, 86 like this.
I'm glad I know that now.
It's a teachable moment.
Yeah,
The more you know.
It's beautiful.
86 the Cabana.
We're bonding.
All right, so we'll conclude with this, guys. Thanks very much for coming in tonight. And
Thank you, man.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Absolutely. And this is 86 The Cabana from Color Collective here on Local Outbreak on IPMNation.com.
IPMNation.com.